Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle.
And I'm Matt. I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And we are Pseudo Adults. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 159 of the Pseudo Adults program.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, available on digital, never on satellite. Anywhere that you find podcasts, and you can follow me on Twitter at Pseudo Adults. Tweet. Yeah.
Tweet.
Guys, you watching this?
Are we?
Yeah. If not, and you listen to this, guess what? You can watch this. YouTube.com/SpaceAndBony. Membership you can get for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. And now, because of inflation, less than half a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Great stock advice.
Yeah. Well, we're not stock advisors, so
No,
don't
we're
listen
not.
to anything that we say. That's just a warning. But check out our content. We have a lot of fun stuff, and we have a Discord where people hang out with us. So just check out our content, have fun with us.
And if you're a pop culture fan who wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you're transitioning to an IT career, check out Inner Tech Warrior.
Yeah, I really thought that we were under the financial category. I'm pretty sure we are.
I had to remove it.
Even though that's here at Pseudo Adults Incorporated, what we talk about tends to be a lot of like fun movies and shows and things that we're interested in, stuff that we'd be talking about anyway. And since like we have such fun conversations, hence like let's just record this good times and see if anyone else would want to kind of feel like they're part of the conversation. That's what this podcast is all about. Plus your own like creativity. If there's stuff that you guys are working on and interested in, it's fun to talk about and sort of share those updates. So that's the stuff that I'd like to do in case this is your first time watching or listening to Pseudo Adults.
Welcome.
So with that said, Alex,
I'm on a new medicine that's
Oh.
supposed to make me have nightmares.
Have you had any nightmares?
is that why you're taking
I've
it?
had nightmares.
Oh.
But not like, but now it's just, I just have more vivid dreams. I don't know if nightmares is like the only thing.
You're
I
on
should-
chat.
So it's more lucid.
More real feeling like, God.
Yeah, it's like a lucid dream.
Yeah, like I've woken up and be like, oh yeah, this is real life.
Real.
Is it though?
Oh no.
Oh, it's a really good dream. Especially being here with you guys.
All right, let's peel our skin.
Sweet. They live.
Nice. Yeah, it's supposed to be for migraines, but one of the weird side effects is just nightmares.
Oh,
So
interesting.
to me.
It's either a migraine or a nightmare.
Any dreams that you remember?
Yeah, there was one that was like referencing an old dream too, in a flashback, which I've never had. Like I'm like,
That's awesome.
like
Your brain's quite the director.
yeah, dude, it's very
Martin
strange.
Scorsese.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, no, I was like, oh yeah, this happened in this other dream, and then it was like this weird castle that we were in. And, I don't know, a lot of weird stuff,
Interesting.
but very vivid. You gotta write them down.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, thank you, Alex from Parallel Dimension.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
And the Alex in this dimension, I heard Matt got you into the mobile game that he's been into for quite some time now.
Yeah. You want to tell it to everybody else?
Clash of Clans. It's not Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like I used to call it before.
So, we were watching Wicked, and Matt was playing Clash of Clans.
Wicked?
He was telling me that there's tournaments
Yeah,
to make
these
money.
tournaments. You can win a good chunk of money from playing these tournaments.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I made Matt a deal. I said, if I play this game so we could compete in tournaments, we have to train in multiverses to also compete in tournaments for money. And then we shook on it, and now I've been playing. That's it.
It's called Multiverses, like the game.
Oh.
No.
That's the fighting game.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
Clash
yeah.
of Clans is just the multi.
Because you say we have to compete in multiverses.
Yeah, multiverse has tournaments too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if we do tournaments in here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a mode in the game.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no.
okay.
No, I was like, yeah, no. If you do this, then we got to do multiverse.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're not bad at
Quid pro quo.
multiverses, you know.
Mhm.
And Matt's a good Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Just T-pose people off stage. So Yeah, once I started playing though, I was like, all right, I gotta get good quick. So I was like, all right, let my brain expand. Let me figure out where to put this gold mine. My town's being raided.
That explains all the migraines.
Yeah. Too much thought.
It's all those brain blasts.
Yeah. Open up my third eye for Clash of Clans.
Start dreaming about it.
Yeah, nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares about it.
But yeah, it's fun. Now I'm trying to get Gianna to play. If Gianna
like a
played
little
this too,
tower defense game.
Oh, okay.
yeah, Gianna, the way she plays, like,
Yeah, what was that
oh my
game?
god, it's basically an online game where Travian.
Yes.
The way she plays Travian, where she's in like a Discord for it. She like has my resources are depleted and like this and that. I was like, oh my god, like you're gonna love Clash of Clans because I'm like, when your village raided or destroyed, it's not. You come back and your town's okay.
Yeah, it rejuvenates.
And that's the best feeling, is to come back and be like, you were raided. And you kind of expect to open it up and just see like people dead on the floor, cut open.
Oregon Trail,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. You let them kill my mom! I'm like, all right. But no.
And they all died of hysteria.
Yeah. So, but instead you go back and everyone's okay. And you see your town, and it's just you lose a few trophies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh.
And right now I'm at a point where my town actually, if it's getting attacked, it rejuvenates in real time with my builders.
Wow.
Yeah. The builder huts, you leveled up.
Oh.
Oh,
And they
nice.
just
Yeah. Yeah, and they
Fix it,
actually
Felix.
attack too, because when you start up, they don't attack.
your people? Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't fight back. No, yeah. So I'm setting up my walls. I'm boxing everything in. When you start, you can only have a certain amount of fence,
Yep.
which is kind of weird.
You ran out of fence
Hey,
material.
no more fence. No more blocking this thing. All right. But no, I'm getting to a comfortable spot. I have enough trophies to be in leagues now and stuff. So
Nice.
let's get it. John's gonna do that in a day. I'm like, this
She's gonna spend like $100
Yeah.
on gems and
Yeah.
just upgrade everything.
Yeah, Alex, I love that you introduced me to this game. I just spent $400 on it.
Yeah, the money we would have won during the competition, I already spent.
Yeah, we gotta reinvest. Oh, Anthony told me that in the Marines that one of the guys was saying, "Hey, look, just 10% of your paycheck into Clash of Clans."
What?
Yeah.
It's like a 401k.
Yeah, jeez.
And he goes, and then we could all like have a really good clan and stuff like that. He goes, just
Oh,
10%
wow.
of your, it's like, when Catholic people are like, you got to give 10%
Yeah,
to
you
the
gotta
church.
tithe. Yeah,
It's in the
you gotta
Marines.
tithe to Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Cash of
Yeah,
cans.
give your cash.
And his cock.
Cock.
Yeah.
Tithe to the cock.
Yeah, I remember people doing that in like my little chat, so I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, Clash Clans.
Yeah. So once everybody joins, you guys
You gotta tithe 10%.
10%,
All right.
please, of your paycheck.
All right. Where's the bucket? Let's put our $10.
Yeah.
Company
bucket.
Yeah. Not even a can anymore.
Yeah.
Look, we're not in high
Like a
school no
sport
more.
bucket. We've upgraded. Oh my
It's
god.
a bucket.
We got a Zuzu for fucking Clash of Clans.
More so a bathtub.
Yeah. A clawfoot bath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
That way we bathe in the money.
That of money? That'd be pretty sick.
that would be pretty cool.
Is
I don't know
there?
if I want to bathe in money because of how gross money actually is.
That's why they have
I'm
money
just thinking
laundering.
about quarters and dimes and like never being able to get that smell of coins off your body.
Metal. But then they got that thing
Or
in like
bills.
those certain magazines where it's like that metal bar of soap that you rub on your hands and it's supposed to get rid of all the smells.
I don't know about that.
Or a lemon, you rub a lemon on
True.
your hands.
Lemon I can attest to.
Go to
Lemon
one
works.
mall.
Yeah.
One mall kiosk and you'll be clean again.
Yeah.
I took a bath in money. Help me.
Yeah, there's all.
Yeah, and they'll immediately
every
steal
cleaner.
your credit card.
Yeah.
I had that happen one time.
From a mall
Yeah.
kiosk?
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have money for this. All I have is a card that's maxed out. And he's like, it wasn't maxed out. I just didn't want him to charge me. And he still took it out of my wallet.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Give me my card back.
Oh wow. You just took it out of your wallet.
Yeah, it was insane. I never seen anything like that.
He was robbing you.
Yeah.
Pushing you to the floor.
Sure, there's a kiosk there.
Feel.
Oh wow.
It's like I've never
Shout
been
out.
walking down on the bottom of the Roosevelt.
Why did that mall go under?
Yeah. Woo.
I heard after that he turned into a bat and flew away.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Give me on your credit card.
What's your kid?
Was his name Laszlo?
Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah, that was crazy.
I was just wondering, on that note, like, is there a go-to mobile game that you guys find yourself playing on a daily-ish basis?
It's kind of like Candy Crush.
Candy Crush or Candy
Gwent.
Crush person?
Yeah,
Matchington or something like that. You know, you see all the
that?
commercials that have nothing to do with the game. It's almost like Candy Crush, but you're like building a house as you do Candy Crush. You can do
You're crushing
things.
candy, you're building a house?
Out of the candy, or is
No, you're doing the Candy Crush to get like a piece of furniture or
Oh.
yeah.
So you're gambling for furniture.
Candy Crush has
candy.
always been my weakness, so this is just something more.
Better than actual candy.
Yeah, I used to go hard on Candy Crush.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my kind of game.
Oh.
do you still or not? No more.
Not Candy Crush as much, but this game when I have time, when I remember.
Crush like emoji blitz.
No, is it good?
Yeah, I like it. You get little emojis, Disney emojis.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
so you can use them like on
Your
texting.
text message.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay.
I know everyone gets different advertisements, especially on their phones and shit, but has anyone gotten the game advertised where it's like, you got like this army of people and they're running towards the times 6 or plus
Yes.
or plus 50?
See,
Yes.
I was like, this looks cool.
It's a Unity template. It's a Unity template. You install Unity, and that game they teach you how to make it for free.
Oh, because then there's like 18 carbon copies of the game that also get advertised to me. And this one's like Dragon Ball characters. And it's not made by anyone official.
That's too funny.
One about like the family that's poor. It's like the
Oh
home
my
renovation
God.
one.
That's one.
Homescapes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
One that you're playing.
It's just Candy Crush. I was like, let me see what this is.
I see
Pretty
it
good.
all the time. I'm like,
It's literally not anything to do with what they show in the advertisement.
damn.
Like
No, that's
zero.
Like that or that dating sim where it's like the one where
It's the same thing.
the remodeling.
It's the same thing.
But it's like where you get this girl that's all stinky. And
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with that.
and then
It's
like,
Candy
"Oh,
Crush.
it's my
They
husband."
advertise it's like
It's like, all right, well,
it's literally the same thing.
it's like cheating on this woman.
Yeah.
$1 up.
Yeah, yeah. Are you trying? Are you gonna show us?
Yeah, you want to see
I
it?
thought you were opening it.
I'll open it.
So
if you want.
I have a whole bunch of games that I used to play, and this whole first page is just Sonic games.
Yeah.
That's basically me. Yeah.
So
What's this?
Oh my
Sonic?
god.
Matching Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Sonic Dash, Sonic Jump, Sonic
Yep.
Come, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Gotta come quick.
And then one of these just has a 2 in it, but it's a completely different game. Then PewDiePie Simulator.
Oh yeah, I've maxed out on that game.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've got every
Excuse
single
me?
thing that could be bought, except the stupid emoji things that do the horrible game that has no point or reason to it besides speeding things up a little bit.
I wanted to show you Kyle in this game. It's like a weird stick figure game with Dragon Ball characters. Yeah. And then Marvel Contest of Champions, but honestly, I don't really play games on my phone. It makes my phone die in like
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true. Like
yeah.
playing anything halfway legit.
I only
yeah.
do it when it's plugged in.
yeah, which
That
Makes my
sense.
phone heat up,
yeah,
though.
it's
So
exactly. Yeah, me
So
too.
I'm not just
like,
not
oh, my
even-
phone's on fire.
The only game that does that is Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's true.
All
Yeah.
the other games don't really do it. They don't slurp all the life or energy out of the phone. I think they're just so like.
Clash of
Well-
Clans hasn't done that. It doesn't
Wow.
do my
Yeah,
phone.
no,
Like-
Look at Clash of Clans.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Clash of Clans runs super smooth. It's like doesn't do anything to your phone. You can keep it running all day.
The only mobile games again it's like mostly Sonic stuff, and then there was like Streets of Rage, and then there was like this one game that I forgot the name of it, but it was like a you own a game company and you gotta like build up your game company, and it was like some kind of thing like that. I played that for a little bit.
The PewDiePie simulator. It's the same thing. You're a YouTuber, but you're building up your room.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that I find myself playing at least on a daily basis now are those of the current fad, which is all the word games like Wordle.
Yeah.
I play Wordle, Quordle, which is 4 Wordle games at once. Heardle, which is the song one, which got bought out by Spotify.
Oh wow.
Framed, the one with movies. Framed has a weekly one with television, a TV show called Episode.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Oh
see.
my god.
I mean,
You play a lot then.
it's hard to remember them all.
There's a fucking empire.
They're all owned by different people though, and I think Wordle's owned by New York Times now. Pickle, sorry.
Yeah, you gotta pick. Whose dick is this?
For what TV show or movie?
Dan is just like that one. This one. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google.
Haley Williams.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. There is what's the dirty Wordle?
Squirtle.
Yeah, that
Squirtle.
I can't remember that one.
That is right.
It's like if you want to play more Hurdle, they have Hurdle by the decades, at like 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Wow.
But I don't get all of that because I always fail. And then the one that Mark just made me aware of, which is like today would be day 3 or 4 of me playing it once I play it. She introduced it to me over here on Thursday. It's called Contexto.
Contexto.
And then he got infuriated that I figured it out in 20-something guesses.
Yeah, I heard that. He was like, what the hell?
I had pure beginner's luck is what happened.
You cheated.
Yeah.
You went on Reddit.
He's like, you know this fucking game. Yeah. Where the Contexto seems to be like a hot and cold, like guess a word game, sort of.
Okay.
Like yesterday, I guess I can't spoil words that already happened. They won't do it again, right? The word was building. So it's like, guessing random shit, and it's like a bar from like a red high number, which means you're nowhere close at all. The yellow is like, it's still not close at all. Green is like, oh, you're in the right area. And then there's like, I guess the number 2 words, like the number 1 word is the word. So I guess like the next closest word, which was house. And I was just like, door, floor, window, ceiling. It's like, fuck you. And I was like, and then at some point, I guess, building as like my, I don't know, like 25th guess and got it or something. And it's like, oh.
Is that how Lin-Manuel made the song? Doors,
build,
floors, building.
Oh my god.
This is my family.
Playing Contexto all day.
Canto.
I'm guessing on the floor.
Canto tons.
Yeah.
Contexto.
So no context.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Oh.
Yeah. So speaking of Mark, I think I'm gonna dub him PlayStation Daddy.
Yeah.
Even though I think of everyone here as my PlayStation Daddy.
Really hits home.
Yeah.
I feel really good about that.
To my understanding, there's this new show out that's like based off like some kind of game.
Yes.
I think it's called
Use your
It's called Contexto.
Hogwarts
word
Legacy.
for it.
No, that's not. Use my Contexto. Yeah. Hunga chunga. Do you want to taste this? Oh, yeah, side note: the other day, or I guess it was last week, my wife was making hummus, and then she was like, "You want to taste it?" I was like, I played the song, it came in, and I did the whole dance before I even tasted it.
That's awesome.
And then she didn't want me to taste it. I'm like, I'm going to. It is good. The Last of Us. So PlayStation Daddy has told me that I must play the game, at least the part 1, before watching the show. And I was like, whatever. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not hyped. So
You gotta play till a certain point. Like we were rushing to play at least halfway through, and we're like, okay, they can't cover half of the game in the first episode, and we just ended up.
They move thick.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we gotta just hustle, and I think we made it to the college part before, and I was like, okay, they can't physically get to here before everything, so.
I think that's what I was like, did you guys get to the school?
Yeah.
And you guys like, no? This is school?
We were very close to the school
Yeah,
part.
no,
Like
yeah.
we were very close. As soon as everybody left, we played it, and we're like, "Oh, the school, okay."
Yeah.
You know what my problem with playing the game is? I always try to play it like that Bond game.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that
Just
you,
running up, punching. Like I was like, yeah, it's just like it was like you have weapon. He's just like. Pop, pop.
that game changed
Everybody was
Sony.
Yeah, it did. It really did. Yeah. I had so much fun with that game. I'm so upset that there's not a game like that. Like, it was so good.
There is just that game. You just gotta replay
Another
that game.
Yeah. Because it was cool, because what would happen is you would run and you could fight a guy, right? But when you fight a guy, you get like this token which lets you get an automatic headshot.
Oh.
So you could run, fight, headshot, run, fight,
a James
headshot.
Bond
It was like
game.
a really cool. Was it Bloodstone? It was Bloodstone,
Yeah.
right?
See what you said.
It was James Bond Bloodstone. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
The times I watched you die because I was like, it doesn't work. Like,
yeah, I know, yeah.
It's like it
Even with the
doesn't.
clickers and stuff. Yeah.
Especially with the clickers.
You learn real quick on the clickers. Last of Us is a game about the apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah.
The future apocalypse, and basically how
Mushrooms.
I'll spoil this part of it. So this is the only thing that you really need to know is that this guy who's trying to deal with the future, trying to deal with the
I've
apocalypse,
seen the trailer.
runs into a girl who's immune.
Oh.
Yeah, not really. You get that within
Yeah.
like half an hour playing it. So
Yeah. So like,
She's a Mew.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Mew.
Wow.
So you're trying to get Mewtwo.
and it's like his journey with her and like how like that goes. That's like the easiest way without like too much
Spoiling it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
that's the
journey.
game.
Yeah. So there's nothing weird about it.
No, nothing. Like that.
It's a
Okay.
different version of zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also something you have to take away.
not
It's
like-
not like
yeah.
they're trying to eat you or like they enjoy that.
No.
Yeah, it's weird 'cause
Transmission.
It's not even really like zombies, and
Yeah,
there's
it's not.
parts of it where it feels like zombies, but at the same time, they're very like trying to find you based on like
Yeah,
sounds and stuff.
and it's like vocal. I was like the runners are very vocal. And I, like I was like, wow, they're still like kind of like they're not there, but they're still human. Where they're making like normal, like pain, like sounds,
Correct.
which is like not like zombie sounds. Like maybe the clickers are the only exception, but
There's no many questions that are gonna be dumb to anyone who watches because I'm probably the only person who doesn't know this stuff. Like, so if they don't want to eat me, why am I scared? They're gonna like run into me, like.
Wanna bite
pretty
you.
much.
They want to
just
infect
like-
There's
you.
runners
Just a
that
little bitey.
run, and then there also
Runners that
clickers run
You guys-
too.
this is
They're runners that
complicated.
run, like they're like
They're like sound based.
they can see. No, they can
And-
see, right?
Like A Quiet Place.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
they
yeah,
can see,
no.
but the-
Runners can
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
clickers
Clickers
can't.
can't. Yeah.
Nope.
They're
Yeah.
they're like
advanced.
blind, but
Yeah.
they're not deaf, so they can hear you.
It's based
Yeah,
on a
it's
real
scary.
fungus that
Yeah.
infects ants.
Yeah.
It basically messes with their brain, and it controls them. But the ant still has a consciousness, so it's based on that. So it's like if humans were able to get infected by this by the cordyceps, like how that would affect the world.
And also, I feel like the transmission isn't as slow as like it normally would be, like depicted in games. Like usually, like Dawn of the Dead or whatever, whatever. It takes them a little bit. It takes them like a day or so. No, like if you get bit, you're overnight. Game
Yeah.
over. Like within
Depending where,
hours.
yeah, it's like an hour or like I think the most is like 4 hours or something
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, for the most part, you're dead.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's not just ants, apparently. Apparently, there's other insects. Yeah.
Caterpillars.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long ago did the first game in the series come out?
2013,
So.
10,
Oh.
9,
It's classic.
2000.
So is there more than two versions of? two games?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
More
three
than
No.
games, and there's 3 different versions
Well-
of the
well-
first game.
Yeah.
No, officially there's part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of re-releases and stuff, there's a remake and a re-release of the PS3 game.
That makes nice.
So the re-release came out when the PS4 came out, and they put it out in like just up-res the graphics.
Yeah.
And then for PS5, they actually fully remade the game in the second game's engine.
So they've just been telling the same story for 3 consoles now.
Well, no, part 2 came out on the PS4.
Yep.
Okay, and part 2 is like a legit part 2.
Yeah,
It's a
continuation.
sequel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So technically, there's
So-
and a DLC.
Isn't this TV show? I understand TV shows take a while to make, but video games I think take longer. aren't they going to catch up like in either this season or next season? Like, and then
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an ongoing show. I think
it's not?
just going to. It's like a mini series. It would be.
And they could really stretch it out as long as they want.
Yeah.
Because you could take the first game and make it 2 seasons easy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
Because there's even the first game has a point where it's like, oh wow, like the game's over, and then
There's a couple of times where you're like, oh, is this the end of the game? Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
and
still going.
I think that could be seasons
Yeah.
very easily.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well,
Or the seasons of the game could be seasons.
That's
really
true. That's a good point.
because they do like summer, winter.
Winter. Yeah.
That's a really
That's a
good
good
fall.
point. Yeah, I didn't
like
think
they
about
do,
that.
Like cut to there. So
Okay.
Yeah.
that could be seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whether that's going to be too short, I don't. It depends on the
is
part
there
of the game.
is there a part 3 in the works?
I don't know.
I know they're
I don't
casting
think
for
so.
the season 2, and they're casting for like. I heard they were casting for the second game.
Oh, so then never mind.
Yeah,
Oh, so then
what
it's
I
then
was saying.
just
They're casting for the
two
second
seasons
game.
then. 2 seasons.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's what I heard.
Probably
I could be
rumor.
completely wrong, but that's
Yeah,
what I heard.
exactly.
Rumors are that people are slightly angry on who they cast for.
Okay, so as for PlayStation Daddy, I guess no spoilers, but I'm still down for you guys to like talk about like what you thought of it, if that's not impossible to do.
Yeah. We can say like how similar or not it was to the game.
I
right?
think every scene, Mark was like, "Okay, this is like the game."
Yeah,
know you
every
watched it
scene I
with
was
it.
like, this is part of the game. This is part of the game. Yeah.
He's got like a side by side like on it.
it was actually
I
pretty
think he had it in his
yeah.
brain, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
man.
the scenes were very accurate to the video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, they mentioned this in the game, so this could have happened." I was like,
subtle
"Bro,
things.
man, yeah, it was
Yeah, there's a little. This is some differences.
Yeah.
Great.
They have to.
Especially
It's
that
differences that they have to do to be able to make the show last a little bit longer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's things that are like from the game 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's even
Perfect. Like the way the camera moves, everything. It's.
even like dialogue. Some things.
I would say this is the most faithful adaptation so far of the game, of a game,
Of a game.
into
So
a
far,
show.
Yeah,
Wow.
so far, yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the things will take liberties and be like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna
I think
do
they
this.
might have to.
Even Uncharted.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, it's the first, second, third, fourth game and a prequel.
Yeah.
Like, what the f?
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy Uncharted the movie because I
Really?
was like, it's so different than what I feel the character is.
Yeah, no, my brain was.
That was
oh, cool.
correct.
Oh, Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah, that's true. Maybe you watch that and then watch Uncharted.
Okay.
Welcome to Raccoon City's dog shit.
Yeah, Leon Aluzi.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
He's
Yeah.
such a loser.
Oh man.
They're like, fucking nerd. And
Oh,
like,
wow.
he's the hot suave guy. It's like the one thing.
He's hanging out with everybody from the first game.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
And they were ragging on him.
And Chris and Claire from an orphanage.
Yeah.
Which they took the Sherry's origin being from the orphanage. Like, nah,
So weird.
Chris
Wow.
and Claire.
Damn.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't have switched.
That's
two
unfortunate.
games into one movie.
They were told to do one, and they're like, can I do this one too? They're like, oh,
Oh my god.
It was
Ridiculous.
Capcom did not
Garbage.
give a shit. Yeah. So, I recommend the show is gonna be, I think, taking long. If you play like the first 2-3 hours of the game, you could watch like probably the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. If you play 1 to 2 hours, you'll be fine.
Because honestly, they add
Yeah.
so much. Like, it's kind of like a Dragon Ball filler episode. It's like, oh, okay, this could have happened in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, honest opinion, what if I just take my time, I play the game when I get around to it? It'll probably be like my next game since it's like super relevant and sounds like a great game. But I finish it when I finish it, and then maybe the whole season will be done by then.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
can
they
watch
just
That's
binge
fun.
it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
That works.
Sorry, PlayStation Daddy.
It actually
Sorry, Daddy.
wasn't. It didn't actually take that long to beat the whole game compared to like
Yeah.
God of
Well,
War.
really?
Compared to God of War, we
Yeah.
were like, it's really good, but
It God of War took longer
Took
than
a long time,
than Last
so-
of Us, yeah.
Once you start playing, you're hooked.
yeah.
I've replayed
Nice.
the game 3 times. I've beat
Wow.
the game 3 times.
Okay.
And to me, it's an enjoyable enough game where I can, all right, I'll hop
Yeah.
back in and play again.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Ragnarok, which
Yeah.
I guess I should probably play the first one.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to. I bought it. It was $8.
that's good though.
But there's one decision that I didn't agree with and I don't know if it's the same thing that you're thinking.
I mean, towards the end.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody agreed with that
No,
decision.
everyone's like,
I think that was
what
the
fuck?"
point.
Yeah.
I think that was the point. Is that nobody agreed with what he was doing, but he was doing it for himself, and it was a selfish decision.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm like, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I would've
like,
done
how
the
do you
same
do
thing.
that? Especially after, like, you lose everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how do you, without being too descriptive,
But
how do you just do that and walk away?
But also the
You're
part
a lot
of that,
healthier person.
No,
mindset.
no, I'm just saying, like,
just have to-
the other part of that I didn't agree with was the reaction that
Play the second game.
oh, okay.
Second game is all consequences.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like the theme of the second game is consequences.
Okay.
So everything you're talking about, they
will be discussed in the second game.
50%. You're gonna be like,
Okay.
so you're gonna say, play the first half an hour,
Right.
text me,
Okay.
and you're gonna be like, oh shit,
Okay. Gotcha.
because literally,
gotcha.
like,
Yeah, the second game really ups the ante.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Wow.
and it's
It's
that,
about consequences and vengeance.
and perspective.
yeah.
It's about all three.
Yeah,
Wow.
because they make you really hate the villain of the game, but you find out that they're not really the villain. It's like both people are wrong. Technically.
Yeah, everybody's wrong, but
It's like
it's
the cycle
crazy.
of violence.
Yeah.
Like, violence creates more violence, but if you like nip it in the bud, then it's like
Yeah, they literally introduce someone who you are literally like fucking hate you,
I don't know, I like
and then like no like
I love you.
because
sucks, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's a reason
yeah,
behind it.
but because of their actions, you're like fuck you. Are you kidding me? And then playing through it, you're like, okay, I get it.
Oh wow.
And it's to experience that was like nuts. It's a good,
Yeah.
very good game.
a
Awesome.
lot of people ended up shutting off their game.
Yep.
That was,
Yep.
We were like, we're playing.
Yes.
Screw those other people.
People hate the game because like one thing that happens in it, and then and
Understand.
we're like, yeah, it's not that
It's a
like
powerful game.
yeah, it's like shut up,
Yeah.
just play the game. It's there for a reason.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So they only released one episode, so like at the time of this recording, right? So
Yeah.
what is it gonna be, like 10 episode season? Do you know?
I think
I don't know. 8, I think.
Oh, one of them shorties.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it has to be if each episode is an hour episode. It's going to cover a lot of ground. It already covered a lot of ground. So,
And if the show is too heavy, then you always have this the palate cleanser on the same streaming service, Velma.
Yeah.
Oh God, fuck.
I finished episode 1. I was watching, and because we watched it all on Thursday as well.
I love it.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but in the way that like if everyone hates it, someone's gotta like hate it the least, and I'm like that might be me. I don't know. I'm like I'm the kind of person where it's like some people are like this is like ruining Scooby Doo. I was like it doesn't ruin Scooby Doo for me at all. I was like, and I don't think this will kill the franchise. I think they'll bounce back and make stuff that people still like. So I was just like, whatever. It's a misstep, and occasionally I'll be like, huh,
Yeah.
I think the newer episodes,
uh,
We're just
For
as
me-
bad as the first.
I already disagree, but
I don't love the newer episodes, but I think they're better than the first 2
I
episodes.
thought they were exactly the same.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man,
But it's like you have to walk into it being like, all right, I'm going to give it a second chance instead of automatically being like, I hate this show. That's it.
well, I mean, we wouldn't
I
have
wanted
watched
with
the
low
third and fourth.
expectations.
Yeah, we went in being like, wow, the first 2 episodes are dog shit. Let's see how this goes.
I mean, it's not a great show. But I think if it was a standalone show and it had nothing to do with Scooby-Doo, if you looked at it from, this isn't Scooby-Doo, I was like, this isn't Scooby-Doo, I'm looking at this like an individual show, then it's not the worst show, but it's not the best show. It's like maybe a 5 or 4.
It feels like it's trying
It's like a middle show. It's
that show with the high schoolers. What's that other show that's live action?
Riverdale.
No, the other one.
Which one?
The one that's on HBO that everybody talks
oh,
about.
Euphoria.
Oh, Euphoria.
Euphoria mixed with Scooby-Doo. Feels icky.
It's gross. Yeah. Like all the hot girl stuff and the guy being like,
Yeah.
come on, daddy. Ah!
That police officer?
Yeah. And the Don Knotts looking police officer
Yeah,
going
Don
all
Knotts, yeah.
This episode
Aluga.
was all about, like, you gotta not be so hot. girls. That way you don't get killed. It's like,
Yeah, but then they at the end they twist it on its head. They're like,
ended up being hot.
yeah. Well, no, that one I understood the
It's
lesson.
an
there.
interesting
Like, the
train
lesson-
wreck to watch.
Well, no,
Like,
so the lesson there made sense because it's like some people want to be the hot people and like it's fine to be the hot person. Like I think that was the point of it. And then it's like Velma's on the other end. It's where like I don't want to be high. Well, that's okay
Yeah.
too. Like,
But this is a 30-minute episode about the Scooby-Doo gang. And what you just described is the furthest fucking thing from that. You're like, yeah, but you know, they have to see who's hot and who's not. And it's okay to be hot and it's okay to be gross.
Be a
I'm like,
hottie or a
this
naughty.
is Scooby-Doo!
well,
The monster of the week was Beauty?
well, I think like the so for me, I think the thing is like. Whenever you go into something that's like very different, it's always hard to be like, oh, this is like a show that I could get behind and stuff. Like even like we said, like with Be Cool Scooby-Doo was so different from Mystery Incorporated that we're like, oh, we can't watch this. But I know watching it, yeah, it's hilarious.
I love that show.
Yeah,
and I love Mystery Incorporated.
yeah. So it's like I think. Maybe because I'm trying to go in with more of an open mind that it's not as bothersome to me as I originally thought of it.
it's not great. Let's
because
state
they're
that.
making-
It's
I
not,
know,
It's not Green Mile.
No,
okay?
no, I know
It's
exactly
not
what's happening.
a great movie.
And I texted Tony the same fucking thing. And I'm going to say it here. Tony's okay with it because they're improving Fred's character
Yeah.
arc. And that's the only fucking reason he's cool with it. Because his latest episode, Fred was better and he wasn't portrayed as Hitler. And they
I saw that part.
and they made him less of a little bitch because he came out of prison.
Because I said, remember, they're gonna have character developments for all these characters to make it more like the actual characters.
Yeah,
and they are doing that.
That's why I'm saying the only reason is Fred, because everyone else still sucks.
Well, even
Fred still sucks.
he still sucks right now. Yes,
But yet they get a funny moment.
Yeah, but no, I think even the thing that's keeping me watching the show is I want to see what happens with Daphne's mom. I want to see that.
Especially since they have that whole cave and everything.
Yeah.
Or the amusement park or whatever.
Yeah. Like that part
mystery.
has me
I'm
interested. I don't care about Velma's character at all, unfortunately.
She's just there.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
driving the plot. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, which is crazy because everyone's
still
acting like she's
schizophrenic.
smart.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like watching episode 2 and Daphne kept calling her smart.
Yeah,
I was
it's like they're telling you she's smart, but like, let's see it.
yeah. Do one smart thing.
Yeah,
She's so dumb. Even
Yeah.
like whatever.
yeah. But
I read an article about Mindy Kaling, and she says that she relates to Velma so much.
Because she
That's
made
why
she made Velma to her. I wonder why she relates
Yeah.
to Velma.
I mean, she relates to OG Velma.
Yeah. If
Oh, really?
the article correctly, yeah, like OG Velma. That's why she was so hell bent on being Velma.
Oh, really?
She
Interesting.
just watched the one where they confirmed she was a lesbian, made auga eyes, and then she's like, "I love Velma."
That's too funny.
But that's what I was gonna say too. Is like even that movie felt out of character for certain characters when we watched the special, the one where they confirmed Velma's a lesbian. with the
Oh,
costume.
yeah.
Even that one like doesn't feel like
No.
the characters. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a little off. Yeah.
and
It's better than the show. Though.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was. So that's the thing is like you can do different things and still not be as bad as this is.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Like Kyle, I think said, or someone said it last episode, where it's like, yeah, Shaggy's gonna become a stoner.
Yeah. Somebody. I don't remember who said it.
It
but-
was any.
Yeah, it was any one of us.
But it's like, yeah, that's totally possible.
Yeah.
And they can become the characters that they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But if it's still like a shitty show,
I think it's because I like Scooby Doo so much that like I will sit here and be like, I will watch this train fire because if there's even a 1% chance the show could get good, you know what I mean? Like could get better than what it is, I'll sit there and watch it.
yeah.
You know, because it's
Also, well, also what I noticed too. I went to Rotten Tomatoes. I want to see what other people are saying, right? But there's some reviews on there that they didn't even watch the show and they just trying to make the score go down. I'm like, that's not fair. Like that's
I
not.
fully believe
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
They don't. It's like the score would be low even without them.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you don't have to do that. Come on, like.
You're gonna tell me this show is worse than the Dragon Ball live action movie?
I
Oh.
like that movie.
That is
For all the right
I know
reasons.
It's terrible, but I love that movie. I think
Yeah.
it's really fun.
I think that movie took years off my life with
I
how
watched
much
it in theaters.
with how much we drank when it was cringe. Oh my god.
It was amazing.
It's got
Just
one of the
saying.
worst IMDb ratings.
no, it doesn't. Now it doesn't. Now
Velma?
Velma is below that.
No, I'm talking about Velma.
Oh, Velma,
yeah.
It's got like a 1.9 or something out of 10.
Do I even trust
Which-
IMDb anymore?
Probably deserves like a
Like-
4 to 5. I don't know. It's like it's mid of the road.
I
because
thought like 17 was okay. Like it was at 17% at one point. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's fine.
fair.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
20% I'm okay with.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not.
It's not
a
zero.
Yeah,
like I was
yeah.
like, it's still like,
Yeah, it's not after last season.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's a 0. Like a perfect
Like
0.
you have a reference point. Once you have that,
You got to anchor yourself first, and then
so it makes me be like, okay, so it's like a 20. So yeah, I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
You know,
Curious
so
if it has at least one funny scene in it. My expectations are
feminine
real low.
mystique scene.
No,
You guys didn't like that? The Fred with the feminine mystique.
where he was like, "Where's Mystique in this?"
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
There's scenes I watch. I'm just like, Tony's liking. Oh, Tony's not gonna like. Oh, Tony's liking.
it's very.
It's like it's not even. It's hard. Yeah.
Oh, Fred called the girl with the cankles hot. I don't know if Tony's gonna think this.
It's like, come on, guys, find your balance, please.
Like, oh, Fred came back. He's now interested in people because their personalities. Tony's like, cool.
Yeah.
Oh well, Velma just called them basically the R word.
Yeah.
I do still cringe when she starts to get like racist again. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't understand that.
weird.
being racist is not a filler of space. It's not funny. It wasn't funny in 2000, and it's not
I
funny.
thought we're evolving, guys. Like, isn't that the whole point of making them all different races? Like,
I mean, Mindy Kaling, where Velma did have that joke about like comedians making
Yeah.
jokes before the #MeToo movement. I can't remember the.
Yeah, I was episode 2. I just saw that.
They
line.
did, and it wasn't funny when they did it, and it's not funny now. Like,
I
and I
think
thought
that-
we evolved to all be like everybody being equal, not switching it up and being like, now we're not all equal. It's like we're gonna all make fun of the people who not necessarily were racist, because not every white person is racist.
It's easy to say that, but at the same time, it's like the comedians that people were listening to up till like
Yeah,
that movement and like
Yeah.
a bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff was that.
was
kind of
that?
comedy,
But
you
I
know?
never found that like.
Yeah, like everyone watched
like,
the Chappelle
funny,
show,
you know?
and even that's
Yeah.
technically a real racist
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he wears whiteface.
yeah. And everyone's like,
That was hilarious.
That was funny. Yeah.
it's like, oh well, you know,
Yeah.
like
Because it's like making fun of more than one race at the same
Yeah.
time. Like it's not just aimed
But
at one race.
I think seeing that movement, seeing the progression
Yeah.
of it, and then seeing the show look like an artifact.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
see what you're doing, but it's cringe you doing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like it's
yeah.
like when we look back and people, if they rewatch the show, they're gonna be like, "Why this is cringe?" Because it's like you're like, you might as well hold the Me Too sign over
Jenna
your
Marbles
head.
canceled herself because
Yes.
she's like, yeah, I think I was too racist back then.
Yeah.
And then like this show comes
Yeah.
out now, it's like, you know what? Don't
Forget
worry
it.
about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because if you think about it, it does feel like a show that would play like around the time like Drawn Together or something.
Yeah, or like, oh, Venture Brothers is on TV, and after this, I'm gonna watch Fucked Up Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
It just
Scooby Doo in the microwave. Yeah.
it's just like saying all these things that they're saying in the show doesn't make, if you're not doing them, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like you could say like, oh, Me Too movement. Oh, like if you're not implementing that into your like daily life to be considerate about other people and not just being like, I was the victim.
Donald Trump could be a character in the show.
Thank
I'd
you.
Be like, yeah, all right.
That would make
It
sense.
checks out.
he comes in episode 5. Yeah, I believe it.
Buy my NFT.
Yeah.
I'll wait to sold out already.
I just love scooping out brains. They're my favorite hamburgers.
I remain Schneider.
Scooby Dooby Doo. No! He's
I think if that was the case, I think that would make the show immediately better. It'd be hilarious.
Oh my god.
No!
Where's my Scooby snack? I got my Scooby snack button. I'm pressing it, but I'm not seeing it.
It's a button like
Come on, Shaggy, let's get
He
high.
is Scooby. You know you
my God.
wanna.
Yeah.
Again, we're making the show better. Just like our last
My
episode.
ideas for a second week in a row.
Yeah, I know. They want articles written about them, dude. That's the route to take.
yeah.
Scooby Doo is
Figure out the secret mystery in Mar-a-Lago. There's some files missing out.
I'm not going in there, Rutro Raggy.
I think he had a stroke. Raggy.
Yeah, Rutro Raggy. Not going there.
Where's my raspberry? Where's my Skid Robin?
Oh man. So that's the origin of Scooby Doo.
Gets bit by a radioactive orange. And,
Annoying.
I don't see why the fan base wouldn't like that. That sounds great. And very in theme with the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, HBO Max, making dreams happen, everyone.
Yep.
So you watched this movie, question mark, slash, called They Slash Them?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
It wasn't a good movie.
What was
it
what the genre?
Horror.
Supposed
Slasher.
It's supposed to be a horror slasher about like a
Conversion camp.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So that's the
Interesting.
thing. Like, you think it was supposed to be kind of like woke or whatever,
It's
but
modern era, like,
Yeah.
Kevin
They
Bacon
Slash
made
Them?
yeah, Kevin
He's
Bacon
like
executive
produced
produced it. Yeah.
Oh.
And he go.
Normally Kevin Bacon's really cool.
Yeah.
In this movie, it starts out where it's supposed to be like a cool conversion camp, where it's like,
Cool.
we're not going to try and change you.
It's pretty tight, yeah.
I never thought I heard that in a sentence in my whole
That's
life.
how they pitch it.
We're not going to mention God or anything. And then lo and behold, like his character changes completely.
Yeah. I think the first scene, Kevin Bacon was like, "Oh, if we're gonna make this movie, like, I got to give this speech where I'm like, it's okay to be you, and like,
Yeah.
you're here for your own reasons, and that's fine. Even if your parents forced you to come here, like, don't worry, we're not gonna change you from who you are. We're accepting of you. This is just like conversion camp in name."
I feel like they went on Google and researched
point
what
of
is a conversion camp, and they
In there.
Made a movie.
No,
made a
because he
movie.
goes like,
So me hearing this makes it sound like the parents don't understand their kids being like non-binary or something. They send them to a conversion camp where they're like, we're not actually going to do anything to you.
that's how they pitch it.
And then he completely like flipped the coin and he's like, I actually am.
Oh yeah. And what's weird is like the first hour of the movie seems like the horror aspect is it for our dad. He's like, oh no, it's too many gay people on screen. Oh,
Do I take my penis?
yeah. That I'm like, is that what? It's a horror
Yeah.
movie, just not for us. Like, what is happening here?
It's like
They play the horror music when they kiss and stuff. They really do.
Dude, it's played off as like.
yeah, that really is seen. I mean, they have that one death at the beginning, which you're confused about because it's like a mystery. It's like, all right, what is necessarily going on over
Yeah.
here? And then like, you know, I don't know if you want how much spoilers if you're gonna see this movie.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, you know, the kids end up fine. Turns out the people that are getting slashed are the counselors and the people that are helping run the camp and everything. But the people
Okay.
that are running the camp are also, you know, again, their intent wasn't originally the intent that they had at the beginning. The Kevin Bacon speech is null and void. Not even halfway through the movie. Like,
80% through.
oh, I feel like it was a quarter.
Oh
because-
no, I thought you meant okay, yeah.
But then, like, you know, 80% of the movie was just, you know, the people having, well, like,
Enjoying
maybe
it.
a sixth of it was them having fun. They're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Then, like, the weird turn happens and everybody's getting tortured.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have like
one weird way or another.
yeah.
There was that one scene where those two people end up having intercourse in the cabin, and one of the people is the forbidden fruit. Like, they were a secret underground, like, homosexual person, and they're like, yeah, well, guess what? I'm the one that was supposed to catch you having sex with me, and now you're gonna get tortured.
That's good.
like-
That's a good tactic.
Like, you had sex with that person.
They waited till after that.
Yes.
That person, they got
They
punished.
fully finished. Everything was
Yeah, that person was on part of the conversion camp.
Super slutty for torture, huh?
Oh wow.
They were the
Yeah.
forbidden fruit for the other people.
So it's entrapment.
Yes.
It was,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched the whole movie. I still don't know who was for it. I don't know who
That
made
still
it.
makes more sense than it makes more sense than Bruce Wayne's like sex in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh my God.
Like that one made no sense.
Yeah.
Just wanted to talk about stuff.
Yeah, just all right. Well,
Yeah. So a very weird movie. Lo and behold, one of the kids from the conversion camp previously was the killer. Turns out the mystery at the beginning where the person dies, that was supposed to be the nurse that was supposed to oversee the camp. And the person that was keeping everybody in check, health-wise, at the camp, wasn't really the nurse. It was an old person that was a part of the conversion camp. It was paying everybody back for the horrible torture that they went through.
And what's really funny is, like, you watch the whole movie, they say that, and you're like, why didn't you just kill everyone when you showed up?
Yeah.
Or the first night when everyone was asleep? Why'd you have to wait, like, 5 days?
And do it slowly over time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
And,
yeah.
like, once again, the horror element's so, like, not defined in this
No.
movie that's so strange.
Oh.
Because it
It's
seems
really
like,
weird pacing.
yeah, like 60% of the movie, they're just at camp and like, oh, we kind of don't like these counselors because they're getting worse as we go. There's a whole musical scene where they sing the song.
Oh my God!
by
Yeah,
Pink.
that was crazy. Where they all just have like this whole
you
song and
effing
dance moment.
perfect.
Yeah, they play the whole song.
Yeah, and they sing it in the camp, the whole song.
Oh.
So we're like, oh, they're having fun. Who's this scary for?
Yeah.
Like, this is really not. So
Oh,
it was bad. It was bad.
Wow.
The tone, everything is just awful.
Jeez.
Like, man, I really wish Kevin Bacon didn't slap his name all fucking over
What's the
this.
score on that?
Better be a 20.
Yeah, it's gotta be bad.
they/them. I see IMDb. It's 3.8 out of 10.
Wow. Yeah. yeah,
What
that makes sense.
we care about Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
I wish I had like an easier way. I just got to type it in, I guess.
Nope.
They do effing perfect twice too, because it's also
I just saw
it
it.
ends the movie.
I saw it's written by the same person who wrote Skyfall.
What? Really? Oh my God. Those are completely different movies.
It's a horror movie for them. I swear to God,
30
it's not for like, it's not a horror slasher movie. It's a horror movie for people who
34
are not accepting of like that community. That's what it felt like the whole movie.
Wow.
34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
34%?
I
What'd you?
give it
What?
28.
I was gonna say, what
not
would
that
you guys
different.
give
I
it?
give it like 20%.
I give it 10 stars. 28%.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Same as Velma? You said 20% for Velma too.
Both are not good.
On the note of horror movies, that probably I'm not sure. If, I won't. I didn't see it, but you watched. Was it at least the third iteration of what's the name? The Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh,
I know it's in my brain somewhere.
didn't watch it yet, but
Oh.
the second one, they're gold.
Well, I watched
Maybe-
the second.
Maybe I had a dream that you watched the third one, and you thought it was beautiful. Okay, more to come on that then.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about the Japanese Tales of the Macabre.
Yeah, they it's good. I certain episodes are like
So this is an anime?
it was books. It was an anime book that they would be horror stories, like short
So it's an
stories. I have a
adaptation?
couple books of it.
Animated
It's pretty.
adaptation?
Yeah, it's animated
Okay.
adaptation. So they do still have that art style in it, which is cool. Certain episodes are goofy, and I don't know whether it's just cultural difference between like Japan here. Don't know what's going on there, but the first episode, wouldn't watch the first episode if you wanted to get into it. That wouldn't be the episode. It's just all goofy. Certain characters remind me of. Remember I told you it reminds me of the show you guys watch. What is it?
Oh, I feel like I know what you're going to say now that I'm looking at the pictures.
But Anyways, but certain episodes are really good. Like Tomb City is really good. I really love that episode. The Hair in the Attic. So some of the episodes are full episodes. Some of them are cut in two and they have two separate stories.
Yeah.
Because they're short stories. So some of them are a whole book. Some of them are shorter. The Hair in the Attic is really good. There's one that's the like Cave of Doom or something like that. And Tony watched it, and there's an ice cream truck one that was goofy.
Yeah,
Kids
sure.
turn into ice cream.
Yes. Yeah, that. But I like the one before a lot more. I don't know if you the cave one. Were you awake for that
Turn
one?
into a cave.
No, it's it's a cave that like I don't want to spoil it, but there's a cave. It's a cave that is nobody knows what's going on there, and it's really like spirits in the cave, and it's interesting. Some of the ones are interesting. There's one.
I saw one. I woke up to one where it was this guy that was soundproofing his room.
Oh my God! Yes, it reminds me of. So there's two of those episodes. I'm not a fan of them.
Boy.
I'm not a fan with them, but there's two of them with the same family. As I went through and watched all of them, I was like, I probably should have watched this in order, not knowing. But they're all in the same universe as each other. They show like the floating head one. They show the girl who in the beginning killed herself on the TV of the ice cream one.
Oh.
And I went, oh my God. I was like, that's the girl from the other episode. And there's certain things, like there's the cat one. It's same family as the soundproofing one.
They have the pus one,
Bus.
where the guy's pus nodules like go crazy and like. No,
There's
see, that's
certain
a
ones
very
that I
famous
love.
Gingerito.
There's ones that I love that are in this season, but I feel like if they had a second season, then that would be like this is like a soft introduction. There's one about layers of skin that's really good. There's a whale one. You'll see like the clip of it. It looks like a whale laying on the beach. That one sucks, the whale one. But the one, I mean, it doesn't suck. So just they have ones that just completely like don't tell you what happens and they just cut off. And it's just black.
One like that. Where,
Yeah.
It's really weird. It reminded me of like something from Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because Goosebumps never really had like many conclusions for a lot of their stories. It was like,
The Whispering Woman is really
Yeah.
good too. The Whispering Woman, that one's a classic one. Also, I enjoyed that one. There's ones that I enjoyed that I had to push through ones that sucked to get to the ones that I enjoyed.
That's frustrating.
I mean, sucked is relative. They didn't suck. It was just like a light-hearted one, which I wouldn't expect. But
Pus one.
the transition.
the ending music is so happy.
Yeah, and the beginning music, I was like, what is going on in this? But I don't know. Again, I'm coming from like an American standpoint of the things that I'm used to seeing here. I don't know whether it's what comic that came from. I'm not like an expert, but I was very excited to hear that was coming when it was coming out. Not disappointed, to be honest. There's certain episodes where I'm like, okay, you need a little lightheartedness to keep everybody here. Goofiness. But there is ones where I was like, I actually really like this one. Tony watched a couple.
Yeah, I saw some of them, like the Tomb City one. I thought that was an interesing concept. I like.
I think their concepts are refreshing here. Like their concepts of horror are more like grounded, relatively grounded, and like more of like a traditional horror. Like they use like traditional things, I would say like urban legends and stuff like that of that region or wherever it came from is refreshing here because you don't really see stuff like that. Like Tomb City was the concept of that was very different, and you're like, wow, this could have been like a actual like full movie.
Yeah, they definitely could have made that into a movie. I and that one, what I liked about it too was like what the characters do and stuff, and like the consequences of what they do and stuff. That was really cool. I like
There's
that.
consequences for everybody's actions, and that one was one of my favorite ones. I didn't show you the I forgot which ones I showed you.
The Whispering Woman I saw.
Whispering Woman was pretty good.
I feel like I like that one too, but I feel like it wasn't really explained.
Could have been longer. It was a shorter one.
Yeah, like something happens in it where it's like a super interesting concept, and you see like what's going on with the character, but they don't explain why the character is able to do something that the character does.
Yeah.
So
I I like the horror aspect of it. It's like it reminds me of the old horror movies that were from like Japan. You know, like the you know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, like it reminds me of like those concepts where you're like, okay, this is interesting. I would say give it a shot. There is ones, warning, that are very goofy. But whether that's just manga or not, I don't know.
That's the thing, is that this was famous because of the art and the imagery. Like, it's not even as much for the stories. It's because they have like this weird graphic style. And,
the style's beautiful.
It makes you feel like uncomfortable. Is what it's supposed to do and stuff. So how does that actually convey in animation?
They have it. They have the it's almost like the artist stepped in certain parts and went, here's a monster that's exactly like drawn exactly the way that I would have drawn it. There is the regular animation, and then there's his animation that comes in. So it is incorporated in like that spooky, like the whispering woman, like when you see her like all messed up. Yeah, it is like. There's a girl that stands. Sometimes it's jarring in a like spooky way, like when the guy opened the door and the little girl and the girl was behind her. You remember that part? That was actually like I was like, ooh, goosebumps. Okay, the art makes it spooky, you know, like so. In that sense, I appreciated it.
Well, even in like the Toon City one, like the what happens with the people, it's very like. I guess like disturbing imagery, like in terms of that. So
it's disturbing, and the concept. It's even the story. It doesn't end happy for anyone. Like certain ones don't end happy for anyone, which is a new, like It's not new, but it's rarely used. That nobody ends up happy, and most of the ones like they all end up like black screen. Like you don't know what happens, you don't know why that thing was there. It just is. And that's you don't have to explain why this thing exists, like the hill one and the tunnel. You don't have to explain why that thing exists. It just is, kind of thing.
But that's
or it's so old that they can't explain.
Yeah, but that's for me. That's the thing that kind of bothers me. Is like I want to know what's going on. Like,
you just watch,
but sometimes,
30 minutes watching something.
But sometimes in life, we don't always know, so that concept of like these stories being so ancient and things being so ancient that we may have forgotten the stories of them. It's interesting to me.
I think when Velma sneaks up behind that girl in that episode, she has that weird.
Oh my god! I was looking all over the internet for that face of
It's like that where you're like,
that's like the Junji Ito style right there. If she shows up, I was like,
holy shit! When that came up, I was like, but
I
I watched it before Tony watched it.
Okay.
Because I was like, let me sort out which one's good and which one's bad. If you ever need the recommendation of which one's good and which one's bad, I can let you know. Because I can go, that one's good. Don't skip through half of that. Don't watch that one. Watch that one. Like, there's ones, but they, I feel like you can watch the lighter ones. Some of them remind me of the anime that you guys watch, Otsumatsu. The ones where the soundproofing their house, that family, the brother reminds me of a lot. So it's like if you like those like breaks of intermission of like goofy ones, there are goofy ones. There are ones.
Just try it.
Yeah, you gotta just try it and just know the first episode is a goofy one, so it's probably not what you were thinking, like if you weaned into the first one, but like going on, it gets there's
I tried to watch The Witcher. I tried to watch The Witcher.
Oh yeah,
I watched the first episode.
How'd you like
I've
it?
seen the first episode twice.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
No. Once by myself, and then I thought like maybe I'll watch the series if I watch it with my wife, and I watched the first one again, and it's a full course meal, baby. Like, I don't know. Like, I've all power to the people that dig it. It's just
I played that whole game. That was a long open world game. Let's just say that.
So
what? Oh
yeah, no, I was gonna say as just The Witcher. I think like if you watch the first episode, you're not going to understand anything that's going on.
Correct.
You got to keep watching it. It's just
You told me stuff that was more interesting. I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool show.
yeah. Because
gotta
I
keep
watched more
pushing.
than the first episode.
Yeah, but the first episode's supposed to be the hook.
But I agree because when I watched the first episode, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
They did a terrible job as the first episode. I agree 100%. But if you keep watching, it does get interesting, right? Like it's all these other elements that come in, and because they don't explain anything in the first episode. It's like you're just like there, and you're
I'm sure in retrospect it pays off, and you're like, oh, it's all worth it. But
but in the beginning, it's like that should not have been the first episode.
No, because I was like, me and Matt were up. We're like, all right, we're still hanging out.
So like that weird past world or whatever.
The bubble tower, where he like walks through the bubble tower. Now it's like nudie women. Stay. Watch more.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. And then the battle scene comes on. Matt's like, this is pretty cool. He like chucks the sword at the guy. But that was it. Because so much of it was just like, the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's the game. The game's a little bit like that too. Like there's certain scenes, but
But the game is chronological. No? Game's not chronological?
The game also has like 3 different timelines.
no, but you can. There's different storylines you can go to. So it's like Skyrim, where like so. I mean, to fit it all in, I guess you have to kind of do that. I mean, it's like you play the game, but you don't run into that girl till like.
But you're talking about the third game, Witcher 3. You didn't play the first 2.
No.
What?
No. Witcher 3 is the best one. I'm skipping right over
Is
to
the plot continued?
I didn't walk in not knowing what was going on. You remember?
Do you feel like when you... Do you need to play the other two?
I don't know.
Did they,
I don't think so.
summarize everything in The Witcher 3.
You're walking in, but
Kyle could jump into God of War and play 8.
I think they made it that way so like
looks like he's been through some
you
stuff.
play it. There's so many storylines in that game though that you're doing that it's like, all right, I understand because I think I watched. Did I watch a show and then went into it?
I think it was around the same time, and you were doing both.
I was doing both, so I was kind of like, you get filled in. You kind of know, pre-summarized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the
watching
game
it.
played like till recently. I looked it up. I was like,
like
what does this
open
game
world.
look like?
It's an open world. It's an open world.
Bloodborne.
No.
No.
It's a
Not combat
third
style.
person, further away.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim's kind of like Bloodborne minus the horrible,
Yes.
difficult battle.
Yeah.
First person.
There's some cool guys in there. I like the. They didn't show it in the show, but they had a guy who was like, he had a pet bear, and he was like a berserker.
Mm-hmm.
And was that game? Or am I fucking mixing up? Sometimes I mix up that game.
Is that Assassin's
and
Creed?
Assassin's
Valhalla.
bear guy.
Yeah.
Sorry. In Assassin's Creed, there's a bear guy, and he's a berserker, and he wants to help you, and he takes a lot of drugs, and he makes you take drugs, but he's a berserker, so he takes drug and goes crazy with his pet black bear or brown bear.
Assassins.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
what
that.
happened? Okay. We started the second episode,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And we
Trying to
saw
remember.
Yennefer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
She's
Rachel,
hotter in the game.
Okay. Because Rachel,
She's so much. Let me show
Rachel's
you.
like, I'm gonna fuck Yennefer in this game. I need to do everything to
And
fuck
Trisha,
Yennefer.
too.
Right? And
No,
the episode
Yennefer was
starts,
hotter.
and Yennefer's like, I was like,
No,
this is the girl?
in the game, she's not like that. It's just kind of like I think it's hinted that she was like that, but in the books, I think it's hinted that she was like that, but in the game, she's never like
She
that.
got like the cotton ball mouth where she got like one.
Are they gonna give her like medieval plastic surgery, like, and then just build her up into this?
Sort of.
Oh my god! Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like Jane from Breaking Bad.
Like
Yeah,
the
nah.
differences between them, I was like, who cast this girl?
Let me find the
Who do I
version of
need
her
to
I
talk
saw.
to? Yeah.
I don't know. I was.
And in the game, you get to have sex with her on a unicorn.
Oh.
like on a stuffed
What the
unicorn.
hell? On
yeah.
a stuffed unicorn?
Yeah, they mention it in the show a little bit. Tiny
What?
bit. I'm pretty sure they mentioned it. You were there when it happened.
Yeah, I was there when it happened.
You get to have sex
I
with
was
her
in a
on a
room when it happened.
And in the game, if you try to seduce both Yennefer and Trish,
First shows up.
it's gross.
Okay, I guess I did see episode 2 also.
I was like, this is she?
And then you met
Yeah, no, I see the show.
in
Yeah,
the show.
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
The
meet-
literal
you'll-
definition of beauty.
In the show, you'll meet Trish, and she's also very hot in the game. But in the show, not so much. Whoever was casting these people, I really need to talk to them.
She's also very high in the game.
I'm just confused how that's even the same character. I don't.
They explain it.
That's
It's
Trish.
Oh, that gets explained.
That's That's all
Yeah,
the
they
girl that
explain
you
it,
have
yeah,
an
yeah.
option to have a romance with. It's either Yennefer or her. But I'll show you what she looks like in the show.
no, yeah.
Oh, that's just-
There's a whole plot to her.
That explains
all of that.
You get to sleep with that random witch in the forest too.
So like Velma, she gets character development.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is her who they cast her in the show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't look like Yennefer.
Oh,
She looks like a
That's
normal
Trish.
person.
That's that girl that
Yeah.
they cast in the show.
Rachel's like, she's ugly, right? It's like, I mean,
She's not ugly, but she's not Trish. I don't know. It's just like you think they would look for like accuracy in like the characters, especially when like their love interests are a main part of like the story plot. So I
to
walked
be
away
fair,
upset.
The Last of Us, a lot of them look nothing like the people.
Yeah.
But if you close your eyes sometimes, it sounds like the same fucking
But they
person.
don't.
I'm like, I think all these auditions were just audio.
I thought it was gonna be a podcast.
The issue is with The Witcher, it's not like that, and it's upsetting because like
Well, do we know
Maybe-
how they look in the book compared to the game? Because
the
the game.
book, Gerald is like
You saw
80.
the first episode.
I guess I saw the
Right?
first 2.
Okay, you saw the first 2. Henry Cavill, everyone's like the best part of the show, right?
Enrico.
His action scene was awesome.
Yeah.
He's chucking the sword,
Yeah.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But every other scene he's in, he's just like a Roblox character. Just you
And they
do
deepen his voice.
this. You do this. I did this. I have sex with girl in woods.
No.
Yeah, and he's literally just. So I
I like his dynamic with. I think his name is Jasper, and it's like a Hercules in Iolus kind of thing.
oh
So but it's not in the first
yeah.
2 episodes. But yeah, that I like that a lot. That's really cool.
Have we talked about the whole like he left the show and Liam Hemsworth coming
Oh
on board?
no, I don't think we talked about it.
I mean, since
But-
you guys are actual fans,
They're making him
and-
younger and younger. First of all, in the book, he's like
Here we go.
80.
Here we go.
This is what he looks like in the books.
I Chihuahua.
This is how he's described in the books.
ew.
Yeah, he doesn't
I'm glad
look
he's
like.
Henry Cavill. That looks like the picture of Yennefer I just showed you.
So wait, that's the guy having sex with her on a
All the
unicorn?
young girls. Yeah.
Shake my beta block.
Would it be a threesome if we did it with licorice?
Yeah,
She's
so
somewhere there's something.
it is Geralt, whatever.
Geralt.
Yeah, they call him different things.
Yeah.
So is it gonna be flashbacks in new season? Because everyone's like, oh, they didn't show his backstory yet.
There was that animated movie, right? That
What?
Yeah.
There was an there was an animated movie on Netflix that was like talked about how Gerald got to the Witchers, and
And is that canon to the?
yeah, yes, very
Wow.
canon.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
part of
their
the-
story
yeah.
before, like how did that leader of how did the castle fall?
Like they look real stupid now that they need a flashback thing.
Well, it's canon, but it's like I don't think they'll have a reference to it. They reference to the castle falling, but it explains why and like how they changed the children and stuff like that.
Liam Hemsworth. What my impression was that he's gonna play a younger version of him and it's going to be all flashback stuff for the next season.
A full flashback season?
Yeah.
Whatever they were setting, I'd be like, meh, you waited.
Yeah.
Wait about that 6 more years.
They had, like, what the fuck you call it? Blood Origin?
That was the.
Was that the animated movie?
That was
Blood
the.
Origin.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
no,
that was
no.
the-
This one was live action. It was all.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The new show that they just came out with.
Yes.
I didn't watch.
Oh,
I heard it was
yeah, I
horrible,
didn't
I
but
didn't see that.
I heard it was not great.
Everyone was like, this one takes place way before
Yeah.
the war,
Yeah.
Okay.
the
They're
war I
pull-
didn't even
War
understand in the first
They're kind
episode.
of like pulling it out of their butt.
Yeah,
They're being like,
War
"This happened
You sure it's not from the book?
way before." I'm not sure.
Is
I
that,
didn't read the
is
books.
that like the first 2 games?
Why do you have to throw me in front of a bus?
I was asking. I don't know.
Did you read the books?
No, I didn't.
That's right.
But you do so much research. I
Yeah,
thought you'd
exactly.
know.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't do any research on it. I'm not interested.
Oh, I just thought,
That
like,
was really
Yeah.
funny.
whatever. If you don't know, you don't know.
Tony's being a jerk
Damn.
on the
It was an
podcast.
honest question.
Well, nobody asked you.
Yeah, because I was the one asking the question.
Nobody asked the peanut gallery over here. Okay.
All right. To help ease it, check out Rachel's foot page where she dressed her foot up as the Witcher.
If you guys subscribed, I would make a foot page and dress my foot up like Yennefer and The Witcher. I have 2 feet.
Jennifer in episode 2 looks more like a foot.
Unicorn.
I'll buy a stuffed unicorn and put my foot on the unicorn, okay?
Reenact the whole scenario.
Yeah. There you go.
In front of everybody.
That
How
make up for
dare
it.
you?
Oh, no. Didn't make up for it.
No.
Tried to get
It's
Tony
fine.
out of that
Tony
hot
just
water.
has to. Tony just has to remember who's going home with him. Because none of these people are here to help you. That's all I have to remember.
I think the problem, Tony.
Don't ask questions,
do,
I guess.
Do you know why? Yeah, Tony. Do you know why?
Literally. Domestic abuse.
Do you know why you're in trouble?
No.
Because you knew she didn't read the books, and you asked her if she read
No,
the.
she done a lot of research. She used to tell me
Was
like,
it in the book?
yeah, because she used to tell me like, oh, this is from the book, this isn't from the book. So I'm like,
Because I
oh, so
watched
she
stuff.
must know.
How would I know of the new show if I haven't done any research on the new show? I haven't even watched the new show.
Man.
How are the volume levels?
Spiking.
Welcome to the clips for the.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Take it too bad.
Oh
I'm
man.
lightheaded. I'm getting lightheaded. The blood is rushing to just my head.
Oh, damn.
Should we change the topic?
Blood pressure origin.
How Rachel has a
Enough about his. Well, what's the name of the main character again?
Geralt?
Geralt.
Yeah, enough about his medications. Geralt. I can't believe that guy bangs that girl on a unicorn.
Yeah.
Now I gotta watch a guy who cheated on Miley Cyrus 14 times play The Witcher.
Wow.
And bang her on a
Oh,
unicorn.
well, I mean, it sounds like he's perfect for the character, being with a lot of women.
Yeah, true. He's practicing
Yeah.
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
whole life for the
Very
character.
method.
Thank you.
Very method.
I was like, they're just gonna slap the appearance on him in post, and he doesn't even know he's like doing a show.
I really,
Yeah.
I really liked the game because you could run around and like run into a girl and be like, "I'll do all your missions so I can sleep with you, and I'll do all your missions so I can." But at the end, if you sleep with all of them and deceive all of them,
Super STD.
they'll tie you. You get tied up to a bed and they're all there, being like, "You think you could like play us?" And you don't get any happy ending with any of them.
Oh.
Unless you
That's
replay
it.
the game, then you get to have sex with all.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very happy.
I mean, you don't really get to see it, but whatever. You get the satisfaction of knowing.
Persona 3 is on this. Have you played Persona 3?
I haven't played any Persona.
I think I have Persona.
We should play Persona 3 as a group
Oh, wow.
because
That's a sex game.
It's not a sex game, but that's
That's
the
the one
game.
where you drink the coffee
Yes.
to try to sleep with
That's
a teacher.
The one where like you have all these people that you could form relationships with, and you're like you have a whole another world.
Is that what
to
you're
go
supposed to be
to.
doing in that random amount of time that you have?
Yeah, so you have
Because I haven't. I'm like, why do I have like 80 million hours of free time? And I
Yeah,
was like,
so like days pass by in the game, and they're like, "There's a threat in this other world that we really have to fucking stop," and it's getting intense.
Catwoman's in
Titan
there.
Bride?
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
So, and then in that you go to that world, you go through like this building, all that stuff, or you could like try to build your relationships with the people that help you fight in that world. So the stronger your outside connection is, the stronger your connection in that world is, the better you fight.
Okay.
So you could also get like
to know.
girlfriends in the game, which like that bond helps you in there too. So the way I played the game was there was this one character, and that's like your senpai, and I was like, "You could date her?" And, yeah, you could date her. So I pull up a guide. I'm like, all right, whatever. And it's like you need like this amount of charisma to go out and do it. So the way you get charisma is by like going to the coffee shop and like drinking a cup of coffee. So everyone's like, dude, we gotta fight this demon monster thing, and I'm like,
Like 10 cups going.
and they literally like this many hours have passed. What would you like to do? I was like,
Drink
another
coffee.
cup, another cup.
All right, I can't remember.
You want a date now?
I can't even sleep.
So the more of the story is, did you date her?
No, because we stopped playing. The
Yeah, we stopped playing. Yeah, we never got to find out.
All that
Yeah.
coffee for no reason.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I feel like I'm all caught up, so you just pick up where you left off.
Yeah, just keep drinking.
I'd
Cheers,
love to play that game. If anyone wants to join on the stream and play that game, it'd be a lot of fun to play that game on the stream.
It looked interesting. I remember we played a little bit of it.
Yeah, we played 5.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
one.
I played so much of that game.
You have 3 or 4?
If
I think it's 4.
this is like not has to be on the podcast, but
I don't remember.
my wife mentioned either this week, next week might be when her job starts getting really busy. She starts working really late again, and if so, it's like I know the days that Space Zamboni streams, I could text you guys and see if.
Yeah, let's play.
Sounds cool.
That'd be so
Yeah.
funny.
Mark always comes over now, right?
Yeah.
So I can make his ass pick me up from the train station if I want to drive, right?
I'll pick your ass up from the train station.
But only your ass.
The rest has to walk.
Happy hippity hoppity.
Rest of the body out the window.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah.
Kyle, we're stopping for coffee.
It's just the ass.
I gotta date Kyle.
Cool. All right. So Persona 3 and The Witcher and the Japanese Tales of the Macabre.
Yeah.
Big,
Get some.
like what do you call it?
rabbit hole.
Amalgamation. I can't think of the word.
Amalgamation.
Look at him being so smart. Did you read it in a book?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Cool. So I'm ready to change topics. I forgot to mention on one of our last episodes, but finished season 3, which seems to be the ending of the anime Mob Psycho 100. Pour one out
So proud of
to
you.
the homies. My wife and I both really enjoyed that show. It's very. It's like no one's seen it, right? I might have shown Matt the first episode or something, but really, I don't think so. The third season seems to have been like I feel like it took a little time for them to, I guess, get it made because I feel like it was never the most popular anime in the world. But I feel like it had such it does have like a fan base. It's got I guess people just appreciate it for what it is. That's like, okay, let's just complete and fully adapt the manga, and they finished it. It's like I don't think season 3 was as crazy animation wise as the first seasons are known for, but it had its moments, and it seemed to be more of a grounded story. It's a very goofy show at sometimes, but then it gets very serious and heartfelt. It finds a way to have that balance because the main character is a real he's got. It's almost like the One Punch Man concept because it's made by the same guy. It's he essentially is in his own way he has the potential to be the most powerful person, except it's more like psychic powers, and doing exorcisms and stuff. And then But he's just like average root. He's a shy kid in middle school. He's got a brother that's more cool than him, and he likes a girl, but he, that's the most popular girl in school. And it's like the very very relatable story.
Right.
It's like you relate to this kid, even though like when it all comes out, and he could go like and do some cool shit. And then of course that's the theme of the show. Every like coming to commercial or like changing scene, not every scene, but like a lot of scene changes, they show like progression towards Mob's, what do you call it, explosion, like when he's gonna like rage or something, a percentage until he completely loses his shit and loses his mind and rages, which happens maybe a couple times a season. I won't get too specific, and I don't even remember the answer, but it's not that important. But the third and final season had some like it was like the concept was like something kind of not totally it's like you've seen this stuff before where it's like everyone in town sort of getting brainwashed to there's this, I look forward to rewatching the show, but for some reason the plot elements that happen in season 2, and this isn't, I don't think it's a spoiler because you're not going to know what the hell I'm saying, about the giant stalk of broccoli like in the city. It's like like it would be like the height of like a skyscraper or something, and there's no skyscrapers I guess in this city. It's just towers over everything else, and the broccoli plant is like it's it must have gigantic roots because like things are growing out of it, and then people are like having like the plants that grow out of the ground, and they're all kind of becoming brainwashed to be like, we love the broccoli plant, it's wonderful, and Mob ends up being the only one who's like hasn't partaken in anything from it, and it's sort of like everyone's sort of turning against him. It's like you could tell they're all getting brainwashed. There's more to it than like what I'm saying. Like it's not so bad like broccoli plant, I guess. But and then he ends up having like a real like he's got like they kind of end the story on the two sides of him, the one who's like the kid wanting to live an innocent life, and the one of him that's like, you have these amazing abilities, why aren't you embracing them? You could have, but you've sort of created this like separation between us, and it's like, I'm going to take over now. So he kind of ends up being the villain when it's all said and done, which is really a cool way to end the show. Wow. And it always finds a way to like, even though it's a goofy show, it does the thing where, I guess because the manga artist is does very simplistically, it's like One Punch Man has like gets readapted by like someone who's like could draw shit incredibly detailed, but this never, I guess, got that. So it's like the animation, or gets to decide like we're gonna draw. I guess they made that decision, like when to draw things in crazy detail or when to make everyone ridiculously goofy, cartoony facial expressions.
That sounds really pleasant.
The guy who's sort of his mentor, his name is Reagan, has got like all the personality that Mob lacks, and he's so entertaining. And even though I won't spoil his stuff, they basically introduced the idea that it's like he's like, I am the greatest psychic, and you people come, he runs a business to like, need an exorcism, come to me, and then you quickly wonder like, is this guy for real? Because he does really funny stuff, and it's like he'll throw like salt at I think that was like episode 1, season 1. It's like he's like, salt burst, and he like throws salt all over the place, and then this like narrator like, this is one of Reagan's special attacks where he throws salt all over the enemy. And there's shit like that all throughout.
What's really funny about that concept that you were saying too, where he kind of like leans towards the villain side, I always thought that's what's going to happen in One Punch Man, because in my brain I'm like, he's unstoppable. It
That'd be
defeats
sick.
everyone in one punch. That's the bad guy. Like, that's the guy who you're going to be afraid of. So I always thought, like, at the end of that show, he's going to make that same kind of pivot where it's like, now how do we stop the unstoppable?
Yeah. I was keeping up with that manga for a little while, but then I kind of like got my fill of it because I just want to see him, and he can go through like 8 chapters and not see Saitama.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, I was like, they're just like more and more just like premise, and then finally Saitama shows up and like, bam. So that'd be crazy. Imagine that. That's like the ending of One Punch Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be
It'd be really
insane.
cool. See, how do you stop a guy who beats everyone in one punch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mob Psycho, it was cool because the first season was on HBO Max. The second season, I think I was able to like watch through Crunchyroll at the time. The third season, for some reason, was on Hulu.
Oh my God.
But you could but like only the third season is on Hulu, and so it's like, okay, just release now that like the series is out. Whatever, Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Funimation got bought out by Crunchyroll, so now they're like Crunchimation or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even know
Same
that.
for Verve.
Oh,
Verve got
Yeah.
is in that too.
wow.
Now Verve is all, my Verve account said, "You now have Crunchyroll." I was like,
Oh,
"What?"
Yeah. So so it's all Crunchyroll now.
Yep.
It's like there already is like Mob Psycho the complete set, but it's just the first two seasons because they never knew they were going to make a third season. So it's like once they do release the third one, I want to get it and just like like the Village Bicycle. I just want to lend it to each of you or watch it with all of you.
I would love
Yeah,
to watch
that'd be
that.
cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
really
I
cool.
want to overhype the show because it's just at the very least it's a very lighthearted, easy, quick show to watch.
Awesome.
Each season I think is 12 episodes.
Okay.
I think anime I give way more liberties to than like a live action show. Live action shows, most of them run like 40 minutes to an hour. now
Yeah.
Anyway. That quick animation stuff, I'm way more forgiving if it's
Yeah.
not like, whoa!
Yeah.
As told by watching the My Hero season where they did nothing. And I was like, oh, this is great!
Yeah. Like we're really learning a lot about them.
Oh man.
Yeah, My Heroes I think going on or has been going on still like another season.
Yeah.
So it's like Mob Psycho 100 I think is a wonderful show, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. There was one episode in this last season where I didn't know what to think because it was so unique and strange looking to me, and maybe it's because I'm not like coming from an animation background. It made these strange choices where I actually went on the internet to be like, what does the internet think? Because I guess the thing I think about and I'm aware of is like backdrops. It's like if they're like always at the school, they're always at Reagan's office, it's like that's like shit that they could like reuse and it's easy on them. This was an episode where almost it was entirely new settings and stuff like that, and like it did have like detailed backgrounds. Like there is kind of like a hand drawn like like niceness to how all that looked. It's all like outdoors and pretty, but then they would do this stuff where like I was like, this is an adaptation of a manga too, and I had to look it up because it was such an out there episode. It was like the only one that was like about like UFOs and aliens.
Oh wow.
The show never talked about that shit before or after. It was the most like filler thing I ever saw from it, and I was like, is this in the anime? And it's like in the manga, and like it 100% is.
Oh wow.
And apparently people were like, it was adapted so well and faithfully. There were characters that like like to me it looked like it was like rushed or like poor budget or something, because like everyone always had the very simplistic looks to them throughout. I guess because it wasn't like an animation showcase, it was very much like kids going out looking out for UFOs. But then like the ones we're talking would look very simplistic, like I was saying, and then the ones in the background who weren't really talking had no face. They just didn't bother drawing their faces.
Oh wow.
And I was just like, this is very weird. I was like, and then I go on the internet and they're like, it's amazing. It's the
Yeah, how
greatest.
well they did.
I'm like, I guess I get that, but yeah. It was very unique to say the
They had a
least.
Treehouse of Horror episode, it sounds like. One with aliens, and it doesn't count.
You have to see it. I would love to watch. I mean, the whole show, and then get to the episode because it's the most bonkers out there episode. From
so
like, and I'm not even getting specific about if they see UFOs or not.
Oh.
Oh my god! Just you wait. Yeah. So, all right, cool. I have one more thought, or one more topic, rather. Yeah, it's over there, over at Netflix on That 90s Show.
Oh,
Yeah, show was good.
I didn't watch any more than we watched on last Thursday, so I only saw the first episode.
Okay.
So have you guys seen any of it yet?
Just the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like we don't have that much to say because we only saw episode 1, but they did drop the whole season as Netflix does.
we always used to watch the old one together, so that's why I was excited to watch the new one. I
Yeah,
have all the memories of chilling upstairs and
right. Yeah.
binging.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
And we're still hanging out.
Every episode.
Oh, well, in this new show, it's more like hanging out down the street. The same old thing we did that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
It's like
Done.
our friends from high school just wrote the intro.
Yeah, it's so punk rock.
It's nothing to do with like TV shows have to be shorter these days, and I have to just rush through the theme.
Yeah.
I thought it'd have like one of those like Daredevil like 3-minute long intros.
Oh, just stuff falling around.
Fucking everything does that now.
Yeah.
They
Fucking
the
crazy.
smoke. and the
Yeah.
Even The Last of Us does that.
Yep.
They just
With the
like,
mushroom stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were making fun of it. We were like, what if it started and it just had the Game of Thrones? No. So, what did you think of that night so far?
Was it hot?
And you were there,
you were
and
there.
you were there.
The blunts that they smoked.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. It's sort of like they lean. No, I'm trying to say it was episode 1, so it's like I felt like they were trying to be like, let's ease you into
The setup?
the new characters as well, and just like and ease it with the established characters because it. I don't know. Is it bad to spoil who's in it?
No, the trailer
We all
showed a
know
bunch
the
of
one
people
guy
in
isn't
it.
in
So.
it.
You all
But-
can't be in the same room anyways.
Yeah, they're not allowed to.
You know, there's too much star power. They probably were available on different days in the film. So spoilers if you don't want to know details about that 90s show. The first episode's got Eric and Donna, and then much later on it's got Kelso and Jackie.
Yep.
Oh,
And they are
They're hot.
married and have a kid.
gotcha.
It's like where I left off on that 70s show. I thought she was like with Fez or
That's
something.
what I was going to ask that, yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, somehow she
I
bounced
think they
back to Kelso.
explain it from what I
They
the
say
hint they
briefly.
explain.
Yeah.
They briefly explain that they're
Yeah.
but we all know who's not in it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know who's not in it, right?
Hyde,
He's
right?
hiding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in it.
Scientology or sex cult or whatever the hell he did. Yeah, everything bad.
I thought
Yeah.
So the question is like, is this show gonna make us laugh and be like entertaining, especially like with Velma happening at the same time?
Right.
So I was just like, there were some chuckles. Like Red Foreman's got some good like lines in there that like is always fun, and I thought Eric was fun still.
Oh, good.
I won't disrespect how actors look, which ones maybe have serious amounts of like work done on their faces. But even they had their moments as well. Time's not everyone's friend, I guess.
Botox.
Botox is, yeah.
But money is.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
True.
Yeah. So the show seems fun. I'm not sold on the new kids still is the only problem. And we were watching the show being like, okay, Eric and Donna's kid is the Eric equivalent. The neighbor is the Hyde equivalent. There is, well, actually, it is Kelso's kid is the Kelso equivalent. And is he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got like perfect
A's.
A's.
Oh,
But he's
Oh,
just
okay.
dumb common sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he definitely still played off as dumb.
okay. Yeah, and I guess they chose a different nationality kid to be the Fez equivalent.
Yeah.
And they made him gay. Yeah.
Yeah. But you still feel like, oh, that's Fez.
Yeah. He's got the hair, I guess. They both have very good hair. And they showed like the sneak peek of like what's going to come up in the season, and then they showed Fez being like a hairdresser or something, which looks hilarious.
Yeah.
And I think other characters are still going to pop in and out.
Okay.
And like Tiny Toons, doesn't like Bugs Bunny like popping
Yep.
in like
And Daffy.
that like each episode. It's kind of giving me those vibes a little
yeah.
bit. Like they're there. As soon as you think they're gone, they'll be back or something.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed more than I thought I would because I kind of thought it was gonna suck. I kind of went into it like
Low
oh,
expectation.
Can't wait for this
Yeah,
shit,
like
you know?
I was like, I want to like it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, but also my problem right now is kind of similar, where I'm like, oh, I'm not too attached to the kids yet, and my favorite parts were when the old cast was on screen.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that mean for the rest of the show? I'm a little concerned, but
Yeah.
it was still, I had fun with it.
Red and Kitty agree.
Yeah.
They're there constantly anyway, so.
Yes, they are there.
They're like the anchor, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And the actress who plays Kitty, it's just amazing that she looks almost exactly the same as she looked on that 70s
Yeah,
show.
I remember seeing the trailer. I'm like, did she not age? Like,
She's immortal.
yeah.
This is not going to age well.
Oh man.
Mark this episode.
Or it'll age very well.
Yeah, she outlives all of us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was just thinking watching each member's only episode of Pseudo Adults, and you watch our faces like decay more and more each week.
What did we say?
Jennifer looks dumb. Now on my unicorn. Plop, 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 plop.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I want to watch the rest.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's a good sign.
Not
Yeah.
excited. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. See where it goes.
I like it a lot better than Velma.
Me too.
That's a good
Probably
sign.
we should always watch Velma before.
That's exactly how it happened to work out.
Palate cleansing.
Yeah, every new episode per episode of Velma, watch an episode of that. So.
When Velma gets really good, and that show is just like, oh.
Then thank God Velma finally got good.
It's a win-win then.
We switched the palate cleanser.
Yeah, we just put that. We switched the order.
It's still a win-win then.
All right, so I think that means we're in the next last leg of the episode, which means we have to have some fun facts.
Foot of the episode.
Now there's no feet. What will you stand on?
Hi guys, welcome to the Optimism Corner. How is everyone today?
Oh, good, great.
Are you
I-
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. I promise I'm good. I have one fact for you today, just one. I found memorized this time.
Rachel's
It is that, do you know that hippos are vegetarian? And not only are they vegetarian, it means everybody that they kill, it's just because they hate people,
Oh, that sucks.
not because they eat them.
Whoa.
So everything that they kill is just because they hate them.
Wow.
So
I see videos of them like destroying a whole watermelon like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen, it's rough. They're rough. They kill more people in Africa than lions do.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very territorial, and they don't like people in their place, and they just don't like people. So just don't go near them. They attack boats. They like go full ham on boats. They're not.
Where's that horror movie?
Yeah, cool.
That would be I'm so excited for Cocaine Bear. That's fine. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. You
I
might-
have, sorry. I just have a really quick question. Aren't you also like vegan, vegetarian?
Yeah,
So when you kill Tony,
Whoa.
well, no, it's just 'cause
it's
you
on
hate-
purpose.
This is gonna be like the first YouTube members only as like
It's on
evidence.
purpose.
Okay.
Crap.
If and when.
So you might think that we're done, and it's been a little while since, but been informed from our informant Alex that Alex, and did you watch it too?
no, I don't.
That Alex has watched another episode of Batwoman. Everyone. So without further ado, it's time for Alex's detailed Batwoman review and discussion.
What episode is this?
It's 13.
Oh, season one?
I made sure to note it.
Oh, okay.
Episode 13.
It's like I know the answer to that.
I know less about the episode than I do the number.
It was really 13y.
I fell asleep like 14 times
What?
watching
Oh,
this episode.
wow.
And had to wake back up and be like,
Rewind.
what do I remember last?
Man,
It's me with Velma. Yeah.
So it's like,
that must have made it rougher than just watching it straight through.
so that being said, the episode was a new villain in town.
What's the villain? Is it the Joker?
No, not yet. Dang.
Jokette?
No, not yet. It's a vampire.
What?
Wait, like a real vampire?
They kind of keep saying it, even though no. It's basically someone who works at the blood bank.
Oh.
Because they just keep getting people and draining their blood.
Okay.
So the episode starts with literally that. I'm pretty sure that's the start, where the lady drains somebody's blood and just leaves them hanging over the bed.
Exsanguinating.
Somebody this time.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, it was less enjoyable. But maybe because we weren't making fun of it, also like lowered how funny it was. So then they keep on being like, man, we killed the wrong Alice, because last time they had that weird Alice from another dimension comes in, and then you have to kill one of them or the other dies.
Oh.
And then the good one just gets shot for like no fucking reason.
Oh.
Just so the show can have a villain for the rest of the season. So then they're like, she's dead. Alice is dead. We don't even have to worry about Alice anymore. Which is really weird because I'm fairly certain everyone knew that wasn't like her. So the fact that they're toting around that Gotham's main villain is dead, and they're like, they all know she's not dead. And this is the first episode I officially found out no one knows who Batwoman is.
Oh.
Yeah. Her sister that like literally was like, okay, I'm gonna help you out. Nope, she doesn't know. Her dad, which we're like, oh, the dad also knows. She literally just phone called him. And when she showed up as Batwoman for Alice, she's like, this is my sister. Nope, dad also does not know, because now the city's like,
You all got brainwashed.
he got let out of prison because Alice is dead.
Alright, yeah.
So now he's like, oh, I'm out of prison. Now I could finally
Eat a burrito.
Run the crow. Yeah, eat a burrito and run the crows. Finally. I'm sick of those prison burritos. They kept on being dicks. They all had the same taste. So I gotta run the crows again, and he's to run the crows. But we have a competitor, and we need to take any business we can get.
Okay.
They're like the city's police, so it makes no sense for them to talk like this. Like, we need any business we can get. We need to take any jobs we can get. And we have to stop Batwoman, because she is taking our work.
Oh, okay.
You taking our job?
Yeah, that's what it was. It really was. So that was the point. I was like, he doesn't know Kate's Batwoman.
Wow.
13 episodes in, I just realized this. Because every other episode, they make it seem like it.
Oh, man.
So now the main conflict is that Batwoman's trying to stop Blood Girl, I don't remember her name, Blood Girl from getting blood from people. She just keeps getting blood from people. It's gotta stop.
What's she doing to blood?
Just so
She just
simple.
keeps getting blood, dude.
They don't explain why she's getting blood?
I don't remember.
Did it feel like it was like a half-assed like Nolanization of like, it's like, oh, instead of I don't know,
A real vampire?
Yeah,
Very
it's like
good point.
try and take something comic booky but then like adapt it for the real world. But like, instead of being a vampire, what if they're a phlebotomist that goes out of their mind?
I would have thought that if the like 30 to 40 minutes of the episode wasn't Kate being like, I know how we're gonna catch her. I'm gonna throw a party.
What?
Blood drive or something?
Nah, party. She's like, I'm gonna throw a party, and then Blood Girl's gonna have to come and get.
Is she the guest of honor?
They don't even know who she is.
I was going to say, do they know who she is?
So they have a
love this.
facial scanner that scans everybody's face who walks into the party.
Okay.
Until they find someone who they're like, that could be her.
What's the reference point?
Yeah.
Oh, horse tranquilizer.
What? Wait, how is that the reference point for a face scan?
Oh, because they have to find out who would have access to horse tranquilizer.
What?
So they face scan. Yeah, this happens.
How do they know who would have horse tranquilizer on them?
So they find she's a vet.
Oh. Well, why aren't they just looking at all the veterinarians?
Yeah.
Normal
Because they need
vets
to
don't
throw the
go.
party.
So many episodes already.
Normal vets don't just go look at horses. I'm confused. Like
So-
in the city,
The
they deal
reason-
with.
Yeah, that's right. They're in Gotham City.
I got one better.
Yeah.
So the reason they find out that it's horse tranquilizer is because Batwoman actually gets caught by Blood Girl and hung up, and then she's gonna have her blood drawn.
Okay.
But Cop Girl lets her off and is like, I'm still in lesbians with you, and I'm gonna fucking, I have to save you this time, but next time I gotta catch you, so be careful.
Does she know that she's Batwoman?
Only one, I think.
Okay.
Besides Luscious.
The
Luscious
Luscious
is...
is the same relationship as her with her sister. Like, if you kill one more person,
Yes.
I swear
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch you.
And they still say that in this episode. They're like,
Oh
if,
my
if
God.
Alex does anything else, we're gonna have to stop.
Oh my god.
I love that shit.
How many chances does this girl get?
Yeah. So
I love this shit.
they take her down, and instead of going to Luscious to be like, hey, I was getting my blood drained. Can we find out what she put in me to tranquilize me?
Right.
She goes to her sister, and she's like, "Hey, can you draw blood for me? I went to this. I went to a study session, and I have the flu, and I need you to test my blood for flu." So she gives the sister blood. The sister runs a report. She's like, "You had ketamine in your body."
Whoa.
Yeah, and
She party.
so then she goes, "Yeah, I was at a party." She goes, "You just said that you weren't party."
Oh my god.
She goes, "I gotta get out of here."
I gotta go.
So then they go to the party and they scan the faces. They're like, "That's her. That's the girl. That's the veterinarian girl."
Did the veterinarian wear a mask?
Oh no, she just went to the party.
Like, when she's stealing people's blood, is she wearing a mask?
She's
Is
wearing
she
like little
covering up-
tiny masks.
Like a domino mask?
Like
Yeah,
goggles,
like pretty
cool
much.
goggles.
Oh my god!
Like Superman's glasses? That's all she's
Yeah,
wearing?
it's really tiny. But to this party, she doesn't even wear a mask. She just shows up. So then they're like, "Oh, we gotta target her. We gotta get to her." But she goes to the bar. This is also Kate's new bar that she's opening, apparently. So this might be a recurring set, so I'm afraid of that. But and they're like, "She's opening the bar a week early. Why is she doing this when there's like this girl draining everyone's blood?"
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
So the cop girl's at the party to make sure that nothing happens at the party.
Okay.
She's at the bar. The blood girl comes up to the bar, is like, "Hey, cop girl, like, let's talk." And then the sister's like, "Ha, they're gonna fuck. I'm gonna let you two talk. You two have sex at the bar, and I'm gonna go." And then Batwoman's like, "Oh no, fuck, blood girl's talking to cop girl. I don't want to talk to blood girl and seem like a jealous ex."
This is woman going around killing people.
That's the conflict of
and
the
that's
episode.
the conflict.
That's the conflict of the episode.
Not the fact that people are dying.
You can't seem like a jealous ex, Tony.
Can't you just text her, like, hey, don't talk to her because she's the person stealing all this blood?
Yeah, the cop knows she's Batwoman. They'd be like, "That's Blood Girl."
Yeah.
Batwoman doesn't have a problem like working with the cops.
Oh, my
she
God.
can tell the cop that. But no, she's like, "I can't approach her." So she's like, "Luscious, I'm gonna need you to approach her."
Oh my
and,
God.
Fuck, go to. So she goes. She's literally at the party. Comes back to like the Batcave area. Is like, "Oh, fuck. Goes back to the party. Comes back to the Batcave area.
What?
And then sends Luscious out to the party.
Oh my God.
And then Luscious even makes a comment of like, "Yeah, you should just go and talk to her." Like, and she goes, "That's the last time I let you out of the Batcave."
Wow.
You and your common sense.
Yeah. So then that was like the majority of the episode.
Oh my
So
God.
That's sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another rousing episode about
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awesome part.
Yeah.
Did they ever catch the girl? Like, what happened?
I honestly don't remember. I probably.
With that, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Pseudo Adults. We'll catch you on episode 100. What are we up to?
160.
160. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. All right. So we'll catch you guys later.
There's the ending. Whoa.
Did everyone hear that?
Means we gotta go.
I heard that.
Oh, man.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
It's Tony.
And I'm Kyle. We are Pseudo Adults.